Hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Creator Connective Collective. And today we are talking about the fact that we're in a society right now, we're coming out of that Pandora's box that had occurred, and we're kind of in a phase where it's almost like we're shaking ourselves loose and we're trying to determine what it is that we want and where we want to go at this particular point in time. A couple years back, there was a whole bunch of people that just walked away from their jobs around 2022, and they were over it. They were over the stresses, they were over the mandates, they were over all of that kind of stuff, and they wanted something new. But I want you to think about something. What if you could create the something new yourself? Now, what I see a lot of YouTubers doing right now, there's an actual exodus off of YouTube, which actually some people might say, oh, is it a good time to come on YouTube because of the fact that, oh my God, it's a bunch of people leaving. That's the perfect time to come on YouTube. I look at it like this. You're going to get this Jesus. I'm a Christian. You're going to get this Jesus. Exodus in the Bible is a whole bunch of people leaving a location. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about a group of people that a lot of people looked at this situation. Oh, there's giants in the land. Oh, there's this in the land. Oh, there's all of this kind of stuff going on. We should probably retreat. We should probably do that. No. There are people that are intuitive creators that you don't retreat when you see people leaving a situation. You look at that as, oh, wait, they're just making space for me because now that they're gone, there's a whole bunch of people that liked their content. Let me see if I can take that position. Maybe there are people that are walking away from their positions on these YouTube streets because they got uncomfortable with the fact that they were either turning their creativity into a job, or it wasn't growing at the level that they wanted to, or they've reached their plateau and they can't grow anymore, or their audience no longer, you see what I'm saying? They only want them to create a certain kind of content. So they're sitting there like, I need to figure out, I want to move past this. I want to start somewhere new. I want to start a new channel. I want to go in a different direction. There's a lot of people that are actually leaving these platforms and creating their own platforms. We're going to talk about that at another point in time. But coming to that determination, you understand that there is now a new hole. You know, a lot of multi-million-dollar corporations were started because somebody discovered, hey, wait a minute. There's a gap here that nobody's filling. Let me fill it. Be that person. Be that person. Fill that gap. Figure out what you are passionate about. Take the time. Maybe you're passionate about cooking. Maybe you're passionate about writing. Maybe you're passionate about talking. Maybe you're passionate about fashion. Maybe you're passionate about hair care. Maybe you're passionate about this. Maybe you're passionate about... Figure out all the things you're passionate about. Things that if you could do them all day long, uninterrupted, you would do it whether you were getting paid or you were not getting paid. Write all those things down. Then I'm going to need you to find your zone of genius. In the previous video, we talked about the fact that finding your zone of genius is sitting in those creative spaces and just playing around until you see something, you create something, you let your creative mind run free. And I'm going to even tell you this. Like I said, I'm not one to like AI for the factor of people rest too heavily on it. But if you're new and you are just in a creative mode and you just want to create, you just want to throw something out there, you just want to just create with restless abandon, go on Bing AI image generator and just create something that you could create. If you like making candles, I saw somebody do candle carving, and you could take an AI prompt and just create candle carving ideas. Tell it to create candle carving ideas. And it'll create it for you. And then you can see, and you're like, I wonder if I can create that. If you like candle carving, maybe you like soap making, maybe you like, and you'll be like, oh, hey, I'm going to use Bing to give me a suggestion, and then maybe turn that into a company. That's what you use AI for. Don't rest on it, but use it to be a supplement of ideas. When you're dry on ideas, you're new, you're just starting out on this, what are you doing? You see what I'm talking about? Is it starting to make sense to you? So when you figure it out, maybe you want to come and do a lotion line, body butter line, a homemade scrub line. Use Bing AI to just create what your mock-up will look like. Play with it. What would that look like? Make that a goal on your vision board of what you're going to do with these skills. Play with it. Make mood boards. Look up how to make mood boards. Do mood boards for every area that you're creative in. Just to get yourself out there and open yourself up. Because what you're doing is creating a basis that can bring you in income at a later date. But right now you're just playing around in it and you're coming up with the ideas to later turn into cash money. But doing this in a phase where you don't have the pressure of making money off of it, just have fun. You like to cook? Cook. Then send Bing AI. What would a recipe like this look like in a photo? Do mock-ups of your restaurant if you made one. Do menus if you wanted to do a menu for one. Inspire yourself. Use it to inspire you. Don't rest on it. So some people would take it and just use what they created and rest on it. Don't do that. Just use it to inspire, create your mood board, so on and so forth. And then later, shift. Yes, you can do commercial use with AI, but I would caution you in that because you have to know which ones you have to do commercial use in. It's great when you get to the point that you want to do advertisement, but don't, because you ain't out here trying to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get photo shoots done for what it is that you're trying to do. Get your commercial use licenses and do what you need to do. But you do that in the beginning, always with the intent that you're going to pay what you need to when you need to. Do what you got to do until you can get to someplace better. But my suggestion is a lot of people now, they like raw. They like real. So because they like raw and real right now, they aren't interested in a whole bunch of glamorous, glossy photos and stuff like that. So don't rest on making it glamorous and glossy in the beginning, and then you get to a point and something falls away, and then it's like the curtain dropped and everybody realizes, oh, you didn't know how to do it in the first place. It's funny, I was watching a person's video the other day and they were completely frazzled. They didn't know how to do anything. I was like, wait, we've been watching your videos for all these years and it's like you didn't know what you were doing. They were having a day because they were actually using less money than they were used to. And this is what's happening to a lot of people. If they have to work on a lower budget than they're used to, they kind of don't know how to operate. But if you understand how to build from less to get to more, when you have a moment when you hit a dip, you still know how to operate with less. Don't try to go glamorous and then end up dipping. Go raw and go up and integrate and go back and forth and out because people will see you grow artistically and create. That's where creativity lies. That's where true creativity lies. What you can do with what you don't have to make something out of it until you do. You understand what I'm saying? So you can create something. There was a commercial I saw recently. Apple had created it where a bunch of people just walked away from their jobs. And it was off of an epiphany that they desired to turn what they were creating into a business that turned into a multi-faceted business. That should be your goal. I was listening to a mentor of mine right now, and she was talking about the other day. It's like your goal should always be to create your own income stream. You should never fully rest your laurels on a 9-to-5 job, because as we saw in 2020, that your job can go away just like that. So if you create something that you love, then you can develop something that will have sustaining basis, that will be able to be continued from years on. And then it can become legacy. You can transition it. You can turn it into a conglomerate. You can develop it into something big. But right now, let's not worry about that. Let's just worry about, let's create. Let's just create. So until next time, I'm going to be back and we're going to talk a little bit more.